fucking wide, bro. I was like a little big Rammy. You know what I'm saying? I was everything, but the people knew me for the arms. And I hate that Synthol shit. Oh, you have no idea. You have no fucking clue about that. Holy Christ.
I see these documentaries about Synthol, and that looks just insane.
It's all because of that one arm looked like a fucking balloon, and then I videotaped myself flexing it, doing all it, and then I drained it of blood. I didn't drain it of pus. I didn't drain it of oil. I drained it of blood. It was a hematoma. You know how fucking long ago that shit was? Holy crap. I get people still coming up to me. How you doing? You okay? How's your arm? And I'm like, that was like 1999, 2000. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Does it bother you still that people remember you just by that?
Yes, I hate it because I trained fucking 23 years natural before I ever took a steroid. And then, okay, I went nuts. I put on 100 pounds. I was dumping a bottle every other day. You know, I was doing that Destera shit, you know, and I was dumping, 200 milligram, 10 cc bottle every other day. That's 6,000, 6,000 milligrams a week. That doesn't count the DECA and the everything else. I was nuts. I was on a collision course. You know what I mean?
People in the industry are very sensitive, right? I mean, how do they usually take your criticism or your comments?
Like I said, I was with MD, and he paid me very well, and to be like entertaining, to talk shit, and that's what I did. I talk shit. I get paid to talk about nonsense. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, since I left MD, that I'm not trying to grease my own ass, but that magazine hasn't really been the same. It's down to 160 pages. When I was there, was 480. Now, I'm not saying that's just because of me, but you take the flavor out of it, you know? I mean, how much can you read about some guy, training his biceps or, shape up for the summer or whatever, you can only read so much about that, until people like that other side, they like to see that, your girlfriend, does fucked up shit or, your relationship, because everybody has that. I'm that guy that I grew up with a guy like you.
Do you think in the future, next 5 years, the bodybuilding magazines will pretty much die out? What do you think about that?
I think so. I mean, because it's just not, it's the younger generation. See, the guys who are reading the magazines are the older guys. I'm 55 years old, but the older guys still like to have that paper thing in their hand, you know what I mean? Still read newspapers and everything. But the young generation, the 21, 22-year-old, they go on the internet, But I honestly think that like a Rich Piana is more popular on the internet wise, and even a Fletcher, CT Fletcher, because I think people are starting to like the personality of these guys, If you have Phil Heath on, I'll sit and he'll talk, and he's a nice guy, he's smart, but he's not charismatic. You get a Fletcher on there,
I command you to be so.
Or you get a Rich Piana on, and those guys, you can kind of like, they're kind of more like charismatic, and they're built and they're jacked. They got the whole package, and I think that that's really where bodybuilding's going. I think the sport of it is kind of like just sitting there, kind of like, I just don't see that the magazine's really taking off anymore because the internet is absolutely, taking over, and look what you guys are doing over there. You're putting together great content with films, and I'm not greasing your ass. I'm just telling you, the way it is, I think all of that stuff, I think the entertainment aspect of it is big because, hey, come on, Vlad, you sit in a bodybuilding contest, and how many times can you sit there and see some fucking guy coming out to the same fucking type of music, hit double bicep, most lat spread, and you sit there and you're going, holy shit, man. And then the bikini girls, they're hot and everything, but I can't sit through 400 of them shaking their ass, and all that shit. After a while, it's all the same. You start getting nuts. So I like what you guys do and bringing more of the entertainment, more of the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? Like the videos you do, and I think that is where the future is.
Absolutely. And that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. We have a show launching on a network with you. It's called Story Time with Gregg Valentino.
I love it. I mean, I'm partial. Come on, you guys got to go. Come on, stop fucking around, guys. Get over there and got to watch that shit. You know what I mean? You got to, if you like stories, and I mean, I can tell stories from Gold's Gym. I tell all kinds of cool stuff. I don't talk about myself like in like some greatness. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But I tell, some of the stories I told you were pretty cool. I mean, am I right or wrong? You kind of get the flavor for the way, Gold's Gym in his day was nuts. I mean, it's not that now it's commercial, but I talk about that stuff. I talk about some wacky stuff.
What is one thing you want him to really get out of it?
Wow, this guy's fucking nuts. No, I mean, I just want people to have fun. They seem to really get addicted to that. Like, when I do my YouTube videos and they come out, they're like, holy shit, I want more. So if you want more, you go watch the Generation Iron. I mean, all I do is tell stories on there, and I want people to. What I want people to get out of it is, it's entertainment. That's all it is. If you want to be entertained, you want to hear some crazy stories about the old days or different things I've done myself or, been out there, everybody can relate to that. Vlad, I'm sure you grew up with a guy who you could say to me, like, yo, dude, I had a friend who was like you. Dude, every time we went somewhere, he would do this or, he was nuts, and I'm that guy. I worked in a strip club. I was in high school. And I was 18 years old. Back then, the drinking age was 18. I used to work at night in a strip club. I took one of them pigs to my senior prom. Now, let me tell you something. You could ask around. I was known for that shit. I mean, I was a legend in my high school for that. I used to rip off my clothes. I'd go tell the teacher I got to go to the bathroom, and I'd go do dips between the fucking sinks in the bathroom, and then take off my shirt and run into the cafeteria and pose. Get guys who went to high school with me. Call my old high school. I was a legend for that shit. You know what I mean?
How do you want to be remembered in bodybuilding after you long gone? What kind of mark do you want to leave in this business, in the sport?
That's tough. I just want to be remembered as a good guy and a guy that whenever they, like the guy, whenever somebody meets me, I always give everybody my time. It doesn't matter if I have to take a dump and I'm headed to the bathroom. I'll stop, shake your hand. I don't treat people like they're like, I don't want to be like, I hate the word fan. You know what I mean? Because I'm not like the Yankees. I'm not a sports team. I'm a big fan. I'm a supporter. That's supporter and friend. But I like to be remembered as a good guy and a guy who, charismatic guy. I just realistically, that's it. The whole thing. I don't care about the big arm thing. I could look like that tomorrow if I wanted. You know what I mean? I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't look anything like that. I used to shoot that shit into my arms and everywhere I could because I was taking so much fucking steroid, oil-based shit. I didn't. I had nowhere to put it after a while. I moved it all around me. So, but That's what I want to be known for. See stuff like what yours. Getting back to our thing here. Wink, wink, wink. On Generation Iron, the story time with Gregg Valentino. That's the kind of stuff I want to be remembered for. A guy, they say, oh, that guy, he was good. I like the stories. I found him very entertaining. That's what I want to be known for, like that.
I think that in order for us to get back there, we need more guys like Kai Green. We need like more, we need 10 of those guys, so we need a roster that is, not just Phil Heath and Kai Green. We need more of those guys to slot in there. So